What's going on, you guys? So I was going through my Twitter feed and I discovered this. So Paradox, this is a couple of days ahead of their Paradox Con, which I believe starts on Friday. They announced Stellaris Galaxy Command for iOS and Android. So this is pretty huge because this is Paradox's basically first foray of bringing their top dog 4X strategy games to the mobile platform. So let's get into it. Paradox Interactive has today announced Stellaris Galaxy Command, a sci-fi strategy mobile game based on the worlds of Stellaris. In the aftermath of the devastating interdimensional invasion, the victorious galactic community must now pick up the pieces and rebuild their civilizations. Players are now given control of their orbital space station and a persistent, player-driven world to aid in the reconstruction of their space empire. However, the war was not won alone and will be up to the players to make alliances, negotiate, and directly impact each player's recoveries in their unique Stellaris adventure. Players can pre-register here and blah blah blah. The interdimensional invasion, which has laid waste our universe, is finally over in time of rebuilding is upon us. Join the Galactic Redevelopment Initiative. Take charge of your orbital space station, forge new alliances, reestablish control over vast lost sectors of space. Hardcore strategy on a galactic scale is now at the fingertips in Stellaris Galaxy Command. Alright, so this is basically just going over the stuff that they just mentioned right here. So forging alliances, blah blah blah. Take charge of your orbital space station. We already mention that. Lead your empire with ethics to define your civilization. Establish your fleets and intergalactic military might. Mysteries of the universe. Rebuild galactic civilization. Have a near catastrophic interdimensional alien invasion. Alright, let's take a look at this announcement trailer because I'm very motivated. I'm very just looking forward to this here. Let's take a look at it. Alright, so that was a crazy-ass trailer. It was quick, but we got a lot from that. So from what I got was that screen. I'll put up a screenshot here. You can it looks exactly like Stellaris from the actual strategy game. You have like a system-wide view. The graphics of combat look very similar to the actual strategy game. So the question I'm coming up here is this a full port of the desktop game? Because it looks like you have the system view. I didn't see a strategic view of the entire oldest sectors and such. So I wonder if it's just the system view and, you know, some combat mixed in with there, or if the system view is just one part of this game. So they have a Twitter feed here. It's called Stellaris Mobile, and this is where all the goodies are going to be. It's in beta, and it's going to be on iOS and Android, and that's basically it. They only have a few tweets on this. And this is the main page. As you can see, we got some nice graphics here. Okay, so this kind of answers our question here. So there is a galactic view of this game. So it looks like you can take individual systems. There are other empires nearby. Forge your alliances. Level 20. So this kind of makes me start to think that I don't remember in Stellaris if there were levels, like you're level 54. I don't believe that there's such a thing in that game. So them incorporating level-based system is going to change the game quite a bit. Conquer galaxies. Dominate intergalactic trade. So in the back of my head, hey, it's Groot. The back of my head, I like that they have like decision-based system here. I'm thinking now, I'm worried a little bit that this is going to be in-app purchase type of game where you're going to have basically pay to win kind of system, or at least pay to get, to get in-game currency to buy stuff. So I'm worried about that. But overall, I mean, it's different than the actual strategy game that's on a desktop. And I was expecting that because, you know, this desktop strategy game is demanding in its resources. You know, it's, you know, even if you have a mid-range graphics card, you're gonna feel that, right? On a phone, this is an iPhone 10. You know, it's not as powerful as the desktop version, so I know the graphics are going to be toned down. So what they did is, what I'm looking at here is they toned down the graphics, and then I believe they kind of reoriented the way the actual game looks, because this is similar to the strategic view, but it's not like a direct rip from it. So that's basically all there is. I believe they kind of released this days early, because I have a feeling that they want to kind of get ahead of the curve. And what I mean by that is there's going to be a big game announced at ParadoxCon, right? It's not going to be this one, right? This is a substantial game, and it's going to be on the mobile platform, but I believe there's going to be a core massive strategy game, a new massive title to add to their catalog. This is going to be like some side news, you know. It's going to be the equivalent of, you know, Fallout Shelter kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to this, because getting my Stellaris fix on a mobile phone is going to be incredible. The only thing I'm worried about is pay to win, you know, because that's very prevalent on mobile games, and I'm very worried about that. So I hope they actually put a price tag on this, you know. And I know some of you guys are like, what are you talking about? If they put a $10 or $20 price tag on this, that basically reassures me that there's not going to be really that pay-to-win scenario, that they're going to just make money off the initial payment of the actual game. They haven't announced anything regarding that. So, yeah, I really hope that that this is a pay-to, you know, play game, not a pay-to-win type of game. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm really looking forward to it. It's in beta, so hopefully by Christmas. Catch you guys in the next one.